the missing mail. Percy is a small green engine who works on the branch line. And his favourite job is pulling the mail train. One winter's morning, Percy was taking on water while he was waiting for Billy to shunt his mail coaches. Morning, Stafford. Where's Billy? He should have arrived with the mail by now.
Don't worry, Percy. I'll make sure he gives them to you.
Thanks, Stafford. With that, Stafford went to the shed.
Come on, Billy. You need to shunt Percy's coaches, as he will need to go to the mail depot, as they have important things like Christmas cards and presents to go in them.
Stafford, I don't need you telling me how to do my job.
Billy, please do it.
Just let me sleep. It's too early.
The mail train has an early start in the mornings, Billy. And a lot of mail stacks up at this time of year, and if you don't shunt them soon, Percy will be late.
So Billy did as he was told, and gave Percy his mail coaches.
Here are your mail coaches, Percy.
Thank you, Billy. With that, he departed for the depot. By the time Percy arrived at the mail depot, he was 15 minutes late. Sorry I'm late, sir. Billy was slow at getting my mail coaches ready.
Don't worry about it, Percy. I know what Billy can be like sometimes.
As soon as Percy left the mail depot, he didn't notice Splatter and Dodge were there as they heard the conversation. That evening, Splatter and Dodge met Diesel, Harry and Bert at the smelter's yard, and came up with a plan.
Percy was 15 minutes late to the mail depot today.
Why was he late, Splatter?
Dodge, why don't you say it? Why does it always have to be me who makes the announcements? Because you did it last time. Fine, I'll do it. Percy was late because Billy wouldn't listen to Stafford.
To teach Percy a lesson about being late, what do you all want to do?
Let's take his mail trucks and decide what to do with them.
I like Diesel's idea. Sounds like a great plan.
That night, while the engines at the shunting yard were asleep, Splatter and Dodge crept in and picked up the mail coaches.
No one will see or hear us.
They scurried back to the smelter's yard.
We're off, Splatter and Dodge.
It's 10:30 at night.
Soon, Splatter and Dodge arrived with the mail coaches. I bet Percy will be shocked to find that his mail coaches aren't at the shunting yard. The next morning, the Fat Controller arrived at the Farm branch shed. Percy, there's a large shipment of Christmas mail at the mail depot. So I'd like you to collect it and deliver it on all the branch lines. Yes, sir.
Best of luck with that, Percy.
Thank you, Thomas. As soon as Percy got steamed up, he went to the shunting yards to find Stanley shunting. Good morning, Stanley. I'm here for my mail coaches.
Percy, I can't see the mail coaches.
What do you mean, Stanley?
When me, Charlie, Stafford, Billy, Philip, Rosie and Dennis started our first jobs of the day, we found that they weren't there.
Percy gasped. They're gone! As soon as Percy heard the news, he rushed back to the sheds. Thomas! Toby! Lily! Nia! The mail coaches aren't at the shunting yard!
Why? What happened, Percy?
When I went to the shunting yards, Stanley told me that the mail coaches weren't there. Lily then had an idea.
Thomas and Percy, you two can look after the mail coaches together. Nia and Toby can do it together.
First, Thomas and Percy tried the Norby.
Arthur, have you seen any mail coaches around here?
I'll check with the harbor master here and see if he's had any notifications about it.
Later, when Arthur came back, he had bad news.
The harbor master told me that he hasn't received any emails about mail deliveries here.
Next, they tried the Blue Mountain Quarry. I'm afraid we haven't seen any coming here.
This place only takes slate, quarry tools, and stone.
Toby and Nia's first place to look was at the small railway.
Have you seen any mail coaches around this part?
We haven't seen any here recently.
Could you ask the small controller if he's seen any, please?
We could do. A few moments later, Rex returned. The small controller hasn't received any emails or calls about mail coming here. Afterwards, they asked the engines on Duck's branch line if they had seen Percy's mail coaches, and they had the same answer as Bert and Rex. Soon, Toby and Nia tried the Harwick branch.
Ryan, have you seen any mail coaches about recently?
No, I haven't, and neither has Daisy. We will keep an eye out for any mail.
Meanwhile, Thomas and Percy tried Edward's branch line. Edward, have you seen any mail coaches on your branch line recently? I'm afraid not, Percy, and I will tell Boko, Neville, Adam, Bill, Ben, Timothy, Marion, Derek, Salty and Porter to look out for them. Thank you, Edward. Next, Thomas and Percy tried the diesel work.
Den, Dart, have you seen any mail coaches around here?
We don't have any in the diesel work.
What he means is we don't get spare parts and mail coaches. I will ask the Diesel Works manager if he has any emails or phone calls about it.
Soon, Den and Dart came back with bad news.
We asked the diesel works manager.
What he means is the Diesel Works manager hasn't received anything about the mail.
As soon as Thomas and Percy left the diesel works, they met Norman, taking fuel tankers.
While I was taking some trucks and coal, I saw Diesel, Harry, Bert, Splatter and Dodge with the mail coaches.
Angry looks crossed Thomas and Percy's faces. What did they do with them?
We really want to know.
They were planning to have the mail coaches scrapped so that you couldn't do your favourite job, Percy.
By the time the engines got back to the sheds, Thomas, Percy, Toby and Nia told Lily everything.
Must tell the back controller, and Mavis has been looking after your job when you two were looking for the mail coaches.
Soon, the Fat Controller arrived, and the Farquhar branch engines explained to him what happened to the mail coaches, and soon they went to the smelter's yard.
What should we do with the mail coaches? I don't know.
Suddenly, a familiar voice boomed. Stop right there! The voice belonged to the Fat Controller, and he was livid. Diesel! Harry! Bert! Splatter! Dodge! I heard you took Percy's mail coaches, and now the Christmas parcels and cards have been delayed, and all of you ruined Christmas. You will not be attending the Christmas party on Christmas Eve at all because of it.
Sir, we...
Harry, I don't want to hear excuses.
Sorry, sir.
Tomorrow, Percy, you take the Christmas mail tomorrow morning.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So the next day, Percy picked up the Christmas mail and set off for his deliveries.